Yeah, Patrice, that have been amazing. Good, good musical interlude. Yeah, bueno, really, really good. So a lot of people are going to be joining it, but what we want to show you today is we have traveled around the world and we have seen a lot of people are suffering. A lot of people can do with a little bit of help in terms of their income. And a lot of people want to go into business, but they don't go into the business because of the fear of what are the fears? The fear of failure, the fear of the amount of work that needed to be done. Because when you're running a business, it is no joke. It's not by sitting in the room or just coming onto a Zoom like this. It really takes you out of your shell. You really have to have the stamina, the determination, the zest for you to succeed. At the rainy time, at the sunny day, in the days of winter, is quite a turbulent, a challenging terrain for a lot of businesses. And I'm sure for those of you who are running your own businesses here, you will agree with me. So the purpose fundamentally of this particular platform is to make that narrative, so make that journey a lot easier for you so that you don't have to think about what you should have done, what you could have done tomorrow, how you're going to get the product and services. We already have the product. How you're going to have the services. We already have the services. How you're going to have the location, the shop. We're already taking care of that because all your business is going to be done internationally, regardless of your geographical situation. Isn't that amazing? We help you to build a whole ecosystem. And that ecosystem creates the possibility, the ability for you to become your own entrepreneur. And as an entrepreneur, what are the products do you have? Well, you're going to see the products in a moment. We operate from the health and wellness environment industry. And this health and wellness industry is available for you and for you to take your business right there at the bottom of the scale. Then we scale it up. We help you to build it up in the process. A lot of people need a lot of money in order for you to be able to do your business. But we are saying here, you can actually start the business today with small amount of money that you just cannot imagine. As little as $100, $1 million, $1 billion that can be generated with just a token amount of about $80 to start. Then you can build and scale that business systematically and progressively in a process. So don't be afraid. We are here supporting you. As they say in Jamaica, one hand cannot clap. No matter how much you try to clap with that hand, no matter how fast you become. But when you bring the other hand, is you can hear it. It cause and effect, right? Two hands is required. You are the first hand and we are the second, so we can clap with you and support you in your journey in terms of what you need to do. That's what the purpose of this particular platform is all about. Today, we have two main speakers. One, an accountant, Sam Mendy, who is based in London. And Sam is going to be sharing with you about whether it is more profitable for you to run your own business as a single person or as a limited company. What are the advantages? Sam has about 15 minutes to educate us. Then you have 5 minutes of question and answer. Then at the end of Sam, we're going to be going into Henrik, all the way from Denmark, the continent of Denmark, who is going to be sharing with us what it takes to work in a networking business environment. Having those participants, having relative people who will be supporting you in the process. And after that, then we go into our Chinese terrain. Do you want to do business in China? Yeah, we have the connection, we have the facility, we have the capacity. And that's the whole essence of this particular platform, creating and connecting you to every part of the globe where you will have other entrepreneurs in the process. So what's today's all about? Well, Patrice is going to be sharing with us right now is the issue of freedom. Freedom from what? Right? Freedom from poverty. Freedom from fear. Freedom from accumulated debt. Right? Too much money that you're unable to pay. And freedom from the fear of setting up your own business. Let's look at some of the categories of people that we have identified through our journey, right? That's the freedom that we're looking for. That's what we're saying, that entrepreneur own the future. And these are the benefit of what we actually give you. And that's the pathway of becoming an entrepreneur. Let's look into the categories of people we have in the field of entrepreneur. Let's see if you fall into any of these categories, shall we? Number one, there are some people, they have the money, but they don't have idea of what business they want to do. Do you agree? And that's one of the fears. And there are some who do not have money, but they have idea. But they don't know, they don't have the financial capacity to be able to implement that. We're saying to you, you don't need that much money to do so. Still, there are others who are too busy with their 9-to-5 job, although they hate it, but they still have to do it because they need money to pay their expenses, to pay their bills. Yes, but we are saying here, you can do that, your 9-to-5, and also will help you to set up a commercially viable, sustainable business in the process. Isn't that amazing? Really is. And this is not just we're talking about something from the sky. A lot of people already in that particular category right now, where we help them to support their own business, we build around them the businesses. There's the other category as well. Supposing you're already running your own business. Do you have too many customers already? If any business will tell you that they have too many business customers, I don't think so. Businesses, entrepreneurs always need their customers. They have their product, they have their services, but they're looking for more customers. How do you generate those customers? Through the network of social media, mainstream media, advertising, and attending conferences, attending different venues, different exhibitions, different, so many different avenues, but they can be quite time consuming. But we're saying, suppose we actually help you to set up a funnel, the whole CRO system, the email marketing strategy, all of that implemented for you and with you through a system. Can you see this is a seamless journey? Yeah, you still have to do some work, but not as you are alone, because a lot of entrepreneurs, I can tell you, you are alone at the top. And it is not a comfortable position to be in. Yes, you may have a lot of people who work with you, but they don't really understand the whole grime that you have to go through. And this is the reality. You have to battle with the bank, battle with employees who are not really there with you, to be honest, just to pay their bill. That's the reason why they are with you. But I am so grateful that the one we have, they are very different, dedicated, and they do the work 3 a.m. in the morning, 5 p.m. in the afternoon. This is just really an amazing situation that we find ourselves. Hence the reason why we're able to demonstrate to you this particular. So which category do you belong? New business? You want more customers because there are none? Existing business and the customers base is declining? Or a bunch of unsatisfied customers because you're not able to satisfy them, able to provide them everything or most of the things that they needed? Any of this, whether you already run a business or whether you are in the process of setting up a business, we are there for you. Or how do you start this particular businesses? How do you bring them about? Do you come in as a sole trader? Or do you want to do this business as a limited company? Well, our accountant is right on hand to be able to provide us some furniture of this information in the next 15 minutes. Professor Sam Mendy, the chartered accountant for many, many years standing, is right here to share with us in terms of. So, Idris, when you stop sharing, Sam will be able to share his own screen. Sam, you are invited to the podium for the next 15 minutes.
Morning, everyone.
Morning. We cannot see you yet.
Yeah.
Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
I'm just getting up. I was just having my breakfast, Dr. Sonny. I thought you're gonna talk a little bit longer. I said, let me seize the opportunity and have a cup of tea and breakfast, and then you call me. So I just have to put my breakfast aside.
This is the interesting thing about this particular platform. You see, to run a business for us, you don't even need to be ready. You just get on with it because it doesn't take a lot. So you have a lot of friends after you, then you have Henry. So only 15 minutes, Sam Mendy.
Yeah, 15 minutes. I'll run it up even much quicker than that.
Okay, great.
Yeah. So good morning, everyone. I'm Samuel Mendy. As Sonny said, I've known Sonny for quite a long time now. And he asked me if I can talk a little bit about, business structures, being operating as a sole trader, self-employed, or the alternative of setting up a limited company. Okay. And I said, fine, I will come on board. I know some of you here are already seasoned business owners, so you must have known already what structure suits you. But I always say to people that it's a matter of choice. What structure you want to choose, because I have clients who come to me and say, what structure? I give them advice, but some of them decide to choose the best that suits them. Now, my name is Samuel Mendy, and I'm the managing partner of YBS and Partners, chartered certified accountants. We are based in Stratford. We provide a number of services, including account preparation, VAT returns, business formations. So if you want to set up a business or self-employed registration, we help you do that. We also provide bookkeeping and payroll, personal and business tax, capital gains tax. We do tax planning as well for people. And the question is, what route should I take, limited or self-employed? As I said, this is a choice that one has to make up when, they want to set their business, particularly small businesses. They need to decide whether they're going to choose self-employment or limited company, the advantages and disadvantages, and I'll go through that so that you'll understand. Now, whether you want to go self-employed, you can start as a self-employed, which is very easy structure to set up. It means that you can focus on your business, without needing to worry about the company law, understanding the company structure, filing annual accounts or paying corporation tax. It's very easy. You just register with HMRC, BAM, and you start running your own business. It's as straightforward as that. Now, what you need to make sure that, you have to be able to file your accounts. As a self-employed, you need to file your accounts annually. And the period of filing your accounts is different from that company, from that of a company. The company is when you set it up. The anniversary of the day you set the company is when your accounts are due to be filed. However, company house gives you 9 months extra to file that. But with self-employment, it is fixed. The tax year runs from 6th of April to 5th of April the next year, right? And the HMRC will give you 9 months. So you're going to file your tax. The deadline to file your tax will be 31st of January each year. For example, the tax year for 2023-2024 started from the 6th of April 2023 to 5th of April 2024. Therefore, you need to file your 2023-2024 tax return by 31st of January 2025. Failing to do that, you're going to get a penalty. And for the failing to file, you're going to get, a daily penalty of £10 going forward, up to a maximum of £900. So it's very important that you understand filing deadlines when you're self-employed. Now, make sure you keep all your records as self-employed. A lot of people are self-employed, they tend not to separate their personal, expenses with that of their business. It's very important to tell HMRC that this is my business and these are my expenses and this is my income. A lot of people don't do that, and we really find it difficult as accountants. We come at the end of the year and said, well, I've lost my receipts. And sometimes with self-employment, HMRC will ask you to prove certain expenses. And failing to do that, there's a problem. So keeping your receipts is very, very important if you want to be self-employed. Keep track of your receipts, or if you have a software, enter them, or take a snapshot and keep it, or find a box. If you are small, you don't have time, or engage an accountant to do bookkeeping for you. You need to set time at least once every week to get everything together. As a business, you can just focus on a business all the time. If you are small, you set your time. Because if you engage an accountant from the beginning, of course, that is the best thing for you, but then it's going to cost you money. So if you are running a very tiny little business, setting up your time once a week to make sure that you tabulate all your expenses. This is what I spend, and this is my expenses. This is my income. Just keep it in a neat and nice spreadsheet. It doesn't have to be complicated. As a self-employed individual, both your business and personal tax affairs are seen as one, meaning that you as an individual is not different. You are your legal entity. So as far as HMRC is concerned, you as an individual and your business, there's no distinction between the two, unlike limited company, which I'm going to explain later. So it's very important. And why is this important? Because your liability becomes unlimited, right? So if somebody is going to sue your business, they're going to sue you as self-employed. You can say, well, my business and myself are different. No. In the eyes of the law and HMRC, you are seen as the same. So as I mentioned earlier, the tax year for self-employment, being a sole trader, runs from the 6th of April to the 5th of April each year. You have to keep this in mind. And I said earlier, the deadline is always the following year, 31st of January to file. You can file any time after the 5th of April. You can file your tax return, but you have an allowance of 9 months to file your returns. So for example, if you are registered as a self-employed, May 2023, your first tax return would cover the period up to 5th of April 2024. Sometimes people ask me, listen, I've registered, for example, the tax year for 2024, 2023, 2024. I think there's a background echoing. Somebody has left there. Yeah, maybe if you can mute yourself. Thank you. So these people always ask me these questions. For example, let's look at the tax year 2023-2024, which begins from the 6th of April 2023 to 5th of April 2024, right? 5th of April 2024 is the cutoff line. If you register in March and you started doing business in March 2024, it's only a few days to the end of the tax year. the rules are, even if it's few days, you still have to do a tax return because you started the business at a time where it falls between that tax year. See, this is the point. So starting your self-employment planning is very important. As long as you start at any point before 5th of April in any year, you need to do tax return for that particular year. Now, as you're working for yourself, there are no company taxes involved, with self-employment. You really get taxed on your profits for a period from 5th of April, from the beginning to the 5th of April, the year that you started your business. And you just have to declare that through a self-assessment tax return, which of course you can engage your accountant to do for you, or you can register, a gateway with HMRC, and you can file your tax yourself. So you have to bear in mind, if you're in business and your income, I know small businesses might not reach the threshold of 85,000, but if you're a small business and you have to keep an eye on your income, if you reach 85,000, you need to register for VAT. It's very important, because if you don't, you're going to be penalized by HMRC. The moment your threshold, your income exceeds 85,000, you need to register. From 1st April 2024 going forward, it's now 90,000. Now, you can also choose to deregister if your earning is below 83,000, but from 1st of April 2024, it's going to be 88,000 pounds. So you have to keep an eye, because a lot of people will be running their business, they get up to 85,000, they don't remember to register VAT, and then HMRC will knock on their door, and they'll calculate the day from the day they exceeded 85,000 and ask them to pay the VAT. Now, the problem they're going to face is, how can you go back to your clients that you invoiced and they paid you and say to them, oh, I should have charged you VAT at this point, I did not charge you. Well, some clients might be willing to pay you if they are VAT registered themselves, but if they are not willing to part with extra cash. So you'll end up paying that, or you have to pay that from your profit, because what's going to happen is that if you, earn 800 pounds from someone, then, and HMRC is saying to you, you should have collected VAT, which you didn't collect, you need to pay, that 20 pounds to HMRC. Then you end up, instead of earning 100 pounds, you're going to end up with only 80 pounds. So you have to bear this in mind. Keep track of your income. The moment you hit 85,000, register for VAT. You can voluntarily register for VAT. You can choose to say, well, I haven't reached the threshold of 85,000, but it's a voluntary registration if you want to. And people who ask me these questions most of the time, do I have to register VAT? And I ask them, who are your customers? If just simple individuals are your customers, you register VAT, it's an additional burden for them because you become more expensive. You'll be charging them extra because you're charging them VAT on top of what you're charging them, right? But if your business, your clients, your customers are normally, organizations or individuals who register for VAT, then it's easy for them because they can claim that VAT back. So you don't have to worry about that. So voluntary registration, you need to make a decision about that. You might look good in the books here, I'm VAT registered, but then have you thought about your customers? It's going to be an additional burden for them. So voluntary registration for small businesses, I don't recommend that. But if you want to, because the reason why people want to register voluntarily, because they have a lot of purchases, and those purchases, they are charged VAT, and if you're not VAT registered, you cannot claim it back. So this is the reason why they want to go voluntary, do a voluntary registration, because if you register, then all the VAT that you've been charged on your purchases, you'll be able to claim it back. But then, have you thought about your customers too? Because you're going to charge them VAT, and they won't be able to claim it back because they're not VAT registered. So you'll be benefiting. At the same time, your customer would not. And of course, if your prices are higher than your competitors, they're going to go there. So this is what you need to balance and see. It is beneficial for me to get VAT on my purchases and charge my customers more. So this is what you need to decide. It's up to you. Now, you have to consider flat rate. Flat rate is normally lower. It is different industries. Some are charging 10%, some are charging 12%, 14%, which is below the 20% VAT that you are charged. But if you have flat rate VAT, you only pay, you collect VAT at 20%, and then you pay HMRC a lower percentage. Like say, you know, your industry is 14%, you only pay HMRC 14%. You can keep the difference. But then to do that, your turnover has to be, you know, 150,000 or less. The moment you exceed that, you cannot register for flat VAT. And just remember, once you register for flat VAT, you cannot claim VAT on your purchases. You only, you know, charge VAT on your sales, and you pay HMRC the percentage based on your industry. The only time you can claim VAT on your purchase is capital assets of 2,000. If you buy, you know, a tangible asset or anything that's a capital nature of over 2,000 and above, that's what you need to claim. But other than that, all your purchases you can claim VAT on. Your sales, you know, and the good thing is that, okay, let me just double back again. Why should you consider registering for flat VAT? If your turnover exceeds 85,000, of course, and you have no choice but to register VAT, right? Then it's better if you're small, go for flat rate. You know, it's easier. You don't have to worry about, basically, claiming VAT, purchases or keeping track. And it's even lower and cheaper, because if you charge your customers 20%, you keep the difference and pay HMRC or the percentage that your industry charges. I hope you understand that. If you don't, at the end, you can always ask me more questions and I explain. Let me see, I think I went back. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so limited company. So I always say to people, before you register for a limited company, you just want to, a small time business, you just want to start, test the waters first, right? Test the waters, be self-employed and run your business, start it up, because starting a business, as a limited company, there's a lot of costs involved, right? But as a sole trader, it's simple, and you don't have a lot of outgoing in terms of setting it up. It's very easy. So I always say to people, if you want to start a business really, start it as a self-employed in the first instance. And maybe 12 months down the line, and when you are making a turnover of 25 to 30,000 or above, then you consider registering for a limited company. Because a limited company, registration fees, you have to understand Companies Act 2006, you have to be filing accounts with HMR, with Companies House, confirmation statement with Companies House, then you have to file, corporation tax with HMRC. There's a lot of, compliance needed for a limited company. But, and also you need to pay your accountant, because the work involved in preparing a limited company's account is time consuming. For self-assessment is straightforward. And the good thing is that as a self-employed, if your turnover doesn't exceed 85,000, you don't have to split the expenses. You just put, my income is 50,000, my expenses is 30,000. You just bulk expenses together and subtract it, and you pay tax on your profit. But with company, you need to categorize all the expenses into different categories. So, your accountant will be able to do that and then calculate corporation tax for you and all those things. So if we're starting a business, go small, right? There's no point, registering for a limited company if we're making only £5,000 a year. If we pay an accountant 600 to 700 pounds out of that, and, you have to pay a confirmation statement, filing confirmation statement with Companies House, then, you're going to really struggle. I have a lot of clients coming to me and say, "Oh, Sam, I didn't make money this year, can you reduce your charge?" And I said, listen, it's not about you not making money. It's my time that I'm going to spend in preparing the limited company accounts for you. And I said to them, if you feel that your company is not really doing well, the best thing is that you can deregister and just go self-employed. It's easier, because self-employed, I might charge you only £150 or £200 a year compared to £600 minimum for limited company, So this is what I always advise my clients. So, but I always say, the decision is yours. The choice is yours. You can make up whatever you want, you think is best for you. Set up as a limited company, those are an extra admin body. As I mentioned, you need to appoint directors, register with Companies House, complete accounts, as well as confirmation statement, corporation tax, you need to file it, which with self-employed, you don't have to do all that. But with limited company, you need to comply with Companies Act 2006, which makes all these requirements, And the interesting thing is that with self-employed, your business is anonymous, obviously. A lot of people know about the business. It's not in the public records. But a limited company is public. Anyone can know Dr. Sonny Hunsey owns this business. He's the director of the business. This is his address. This is date of birth, really, this, and all that, So your financial statements are made public in the Companies House. You can search any company now, and you can see their balance sheets. You can see the assets and liabilities in the Companies House. You can. But with sole trader, you can't. It's only you and HMRC knows your affair. No one else. So you have to choose whether you want to remain private or you want to go public. But the advantages of being public as well, which I'm going to talk about in a few minutes. And these are advantages. When you're a limited company, actually changes the way clients look at your business. Imagine introducing yourself. I'm the MD of Phoenix Limited, or I'm the managing directors of Alaska Group, of companies. It's the prestige. Clients will see you as a big business. Even though you're a small-time individual, they're going to see you. A limited company portrays the bigness, the image. So that is one thing that you need to consider as well. Prestige, introduce yourself as a CEO, even though you're just running a small selling products, so small business or doing small-time consultancy work, but introducing yourself as a CEO of a company, people will look at you and take you seriously, right? So rather than being self-employed, so these are the factors that we need to. What kind of clientele are you looking at? What is your niche, area of your business? Do you really need recognition or prestige? And those are the things you need to look at, So seen as more professional, enhancing credibility with clients, investors. People are not going to invest in a sole trader, unlikely, but a limited company, you can attract, investor by selling your shares to them. People can, like, Dr. Sonny today has a company, which is a limited company. He can choose to sell shares, issue shares, and sell them. People are going to buy shares. People are even more protected investing in a limited company than a sole trader. A sole trader is people who are like family members who know you, of course, your track record, are the ones who are going to, invest in your company because, in a business, because they know who you are, what you are capable of. But a limited company, people will be able to research it, see your track record, see your financial statements, and say, well, this business is growing, So the business being public, people are able to get some information. That's why it gives you more credibility, right? So limited liability. This is the best thing. I mentioned earlier, with sole trader, you and your business are seen as the same legal entity. Now, there's no protection. You don't have any protection whatsoever. If your creditors are going to sue you, they can come after your property. They can come after your assets when you're a sole trader. But a limited company, you are protected by the limited liability veil, of course. So they cannot go after your personal assets. They are protected. So your liability is limited to the value of shares you own or guarantee when you're setting a company. If you say my share capital is 100,000, then yes, you have to fork out 100,000 if they come after you. If you say my share capital is £1, that's the only guarantee you've given. And that's the only thing you're going to put in the company if the company is going to go down. But people should not misuse limited liability veil. And this is it. The courts can remove the veil and come after you personally if you deliberately do things knowingly that this is fraudulent, then you are not protected by law. But if you do things in the course of business, everything that you do is the right thing to promote your business, to grow business, and something happens. In business, a lot of shit happens. Something goes wrong. Maybe the economy or your biggest supplier has gone down, he was not able to, a customer's gone down, it's not able to pay you, owes you 50,000 or 100,000, it's not able to pay you, and you're not able to pay your creditors, and they come after you, and the company is going down, yeah, you are protected. But deliberately, you know your business is not doing well, and you deliberately or fraudulently do things, then you're not going to be protected when you are taken to court. So don't misuse the limited liability protection for limited companies.
Sam, that have been absolutely wonderful. The time is up, so we'll just give a minute.
Okay, so okay, yeah, so I've talked too much. Easier to raise capital when selling shares, so let's just go quickly. You know, also make sure that, you know, you keep a percentage of your income, you know, so that when times come to pay tax, you'll be able to pay tax. A lot of people spend all their money and time to pay tax, they don't have money. So the difference between the two, self-employment, this is just summary, is great for freelancers, consultants, and obviously ideal if you are starting a small business. Privacy, your financial records remain private, may lack credibility with large organizations because you're just small-time business owner. Harder to raise funds or secure loans, you know, profit are taxed as personal income, you know, or limited liability. But for limited companies, it's better for business expecting significant profit or growth. You know, essentially, if you want limited liability, which I mentioned, tax efficiency, corporation tax currently at 19%, you know, so directors can receive income via a mix of salary, you know, you can do all that. So credibility and growth often are seen as a professional. And this is the advantage, and this is the difference between these two companies. Unfortunately, you know, I run out of time, but obviously this is my email, my number. If you want to call me and ask more questions, I'm more than happy. So I'm just going to, you know, end here, and thank you very much. So yes, back to you, Sonny.
Fantastic, Sam. You see, you were saying you're going to speak for about 5-10 minutes, but look at what has happened. So don't give all the time to the accountant, because they can speak even more than the lawyers. Isn't that right? Quality, as Patrice would say, quality, in terms of, we just have a room for one person to ask any questions. And also, if you'd like to learn further information from what our accountant Sam has spoken about this morning, you can fill in the inquiry form and be able to provide you. You can see the enormity of what it is to run a business. This is why we have set up this particular platform to support you, supporting you in everything that you do, the decisions, and linking you to the accountant, to the lawyer, that can take all that burden away from you with one stroke of a pen, you know, that this is actually signed. So one room for a question or a comment. Then
or a contribution. Anyone who has a contribution? Yeah.
Then move down to Henrik, who is going to be dealing with. So in the process, Henrik, you get ready, and you're going to be the next speaker for us.
Thank you so much. I think Lee have a question.
Okay.
Yes, thank you. I just wanted to fully understand. I know I may have missed the point. If you can charge VAT to your customer, and then you can claim it back from HMRC, I'm not sure if I've fully understood the process.
No.
What's the point? What's the point of charging it if you can claim it back?
No, this is the way it works. With HMRC, you collect when you charge your customers, you're collecting VAT on behalf of HMRC. If your income threshold is over 85,000, okay, you can only claim VAT is the VAT that you suffered. For example, VAT on your purchases. For example, if I send you an invoice of £5,000, or let's say, you know, £1,000, and I charge you VAT for consultancy services or accountancy services, you can claim that VAT back. But if you are not VAT registered, you cannot claim it back. And this is why some customers always want to claim VAT back. And in doing so, they have to register. And the moment you register, automatically you need to charge your customers, because you need to collect VAT on behalf of HMRC. So this is what happens. So at the end of the month, you look at all the VAT that you suffered, the VAT on your purchases, and the VAT that you charge your clients. So if the VAT that you paid to supplies is more, HMRC refunds you. If the VAT that you charge your customers is more, you have to pay the difference to HMRC. That's why it works.
Okay.
I hope I do answer your question.
Yeah, thank you. Understood. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, Henry, I mean, if you have any further questions, you can actually just send it to us and one of us will revert to you later today or within 48 hours to provide you with sufficient information in the process. So I think Angela is on this call right now. If you can make her a co-host, then we are good. Sam, yes, stay with us and see, just to inform you, everyone, that Sam is also one of our entrepreneurs who is working with us side by side, supporting all our global entrepreneurs in terms of their tax or VAT or business structures, in terms of what they need to do with the business, how they need to conduct the businesses and so forth. So you can see this is the second hand we're talking about earlier. One hand cannot clap, but with two hands, you can clap quite comfortably and very, very easily. I'm sure you found that very informative. For the next 20 minutes, we're going to listen to Henrik, who is going to be delivering the subject for today of business networking and what are the benefits for our members. Henrik, you are now on the podium.
Thank you so much. And thank you, Samuel, also to taking every basic of having a business. Very important that you choose the right form of your business. And very important that you choose the right business, because that's really the most important thing. But very good you are here, because then it's a sign that you are open for business. Instead of everybody else, they have choose their system. It's called 40-40-40, or a job. It's just over broke. And I call it 40 because it's 40 years working, 40 hours per week to 40% in tax. So therefore, we're going to show you something else than this. I did this network marketing for 9 years full time, and I have educated a lot of people around the world in how to sharing is not tuned on. If somebody can give me the host so I can share something.
Yeah, Angela should be able to give you a co-host status, or Patrice, can you give Henry the co-host status?
Sure, let me just...
That's great. I can do that now.
Henry, you are already a co-host.
Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yep, we can see it.
That's great. So there's a lot of opportunities out there, a lot of different businesses. I'm coming from a family where everybody had their own business. My grandfather and grandmother on both sides had their own business. My parents, all my life, for 37 years, had their own business in mechanic and selling cars. And both my brothers had business all their life. One of them a 5-star hotel. Sonny had been there at his hotel. He had that for more than 35 years. And my other brother also have a music bar in the town. So I saw during my life what it means to have your own business. And that was really not interesting for me, because I could see how hard you have to work all your life, being the first coming there, being the last to go home, and not maybe earning more than actually the employees. So I was really not into any kind of having my own business. I met this incredible business that I'm going to show you. That's in network marketing, and that's to build up a residual income. Instead of having a job where you exchange money for time, this is to build up something for the rest of your life, for you and for your loved ones, in an incredible industry. And I know there's a lot of talk about millionaires and everything in this industry, but just take it down as become a thousandaire. What would it mean for you to get $1,000, £1,000, $1,000 extra per month in residual income? So that was what I had focus on. I have built my business in 22 different countries, help a lot of people to earn extra money and to do this full time. My name is Henrik Schulz. I'm 57 years old, coming here from the southern part of Denmark, very close to Germany. I've been 15 years full-time in network marketing, and I'm in a leading group in Europe of this fantastic company that gave me freedom. Maybe that's going to be interesting for you. So what I'm going to tell you about is the mission, the business plan, about the company, about become a thousandaire, and how you get started. Because it's so important to have somebody to help you when you now find the right concept. You're going to have somebody to take you by the hand. So we are a team of global entrepreneurs on a mission to create as many thousandaires as possible in the next 6 to 12 months. So who do you know who could make a little extra money on the side of what they're doing already? Because facts is, number one killer in the world is stress. And why being stressed? Number one type of stress is financial stress. And that's not financial stress of having too much money. It's actually when you are having too little money every month. And money and oxygen, yeah, well, when you have plenty of it, you don't give it a second thought. But when you don't have enough, it's all you think about. So it's about recession, having a little bit less inflation, about all the new expenses around. You can see that a lot of people is having debt around, and more debt the last 20 years. Actually, a lot of people around in the different countries is looking for a solution to earn a little bit extra. So it's not about to be a millionaire. It's about to be a thousandaire. What would that mean to you? For a lot of people, that will mean 10 to 20% pay raise. That means having that extra money that makes the life more fun. To take on the extra vacations or doing something extra for your kids or for your loved ones. But to have that extra income. And it's not a one-time income. It's not like going out to having some extra work on your daily job. It's about a residual income instead of having residual expenses. So you have that residual bills. So instead of that, having residual income, being paid over and over for a job you have done once. And that means a lot. About making these £1,000 or dollars, that's the same as having $240,000 in bank earnings and having 5% in interest. Not a lot of people's having that. And 5% interest from the bank, that's also going to be difficult. But maybe in some kind of other investments in stock market or whatever you could do. But $240,000 and with 5% in interest. So to make 1,000 extra in residual is important. If you understood everything about this, what a residual income means, you would walk through a brick wall to get it. Yeah, the power of residual income, that's of course of making one time an investment or one time to make a work that will give you residual income. So there is a lot of different with royalties. If you are a good artist, if you have made a great song, like now we're coming to the Christmas time with Last Christmas, that's going to give a lot of residual income to the family of, yeah, I forgot what his name is, but number 14 in the world of residual income. That's Elvis Presley's family, still after so many years. So it could also be rental income if you have an apartment or a whole house that you're renting out. That's also giving you residual income. And of course, interest income and a dividend payment. But for all this, you need capital. You need to have the capital before you can make the money. So therefore, we're going to make sure you can do another way without having a lot of capital. And that is to build up a business with people reordering a product that is patented. We have all patents. So therefore, you can really build up a business model. a normal average person can build up a huge residual income coming month after month only by talking to people. You're anyway talking to people, and you did network marketing all your life. No, you think? Yes, you did. You recommended everything, the good book you read, or the nice new electric car you bought from a BMW. Everybody's going to know about this, and you make commercial for that car. Or the nice vacation you were there in Mallorca or in Bali. Everybody's going to hear about this, and a great service from that company, and it was such a nice place to be there, and you make commercial. Or women is specialist about that. If they are satisfied with their hairdresser, they're going to take all their friends there. Or the nice new restaurant downtown. You've been there with your friends. It was incredible. And you're telling everybody about that. But it's not like that next time you're coming to that restaurant, you're going to have 10 or 15% discounted price because you made sure a lot of customers were coming there. You recommended it, and it was much better for your neighbor to hear that you were recommending this place instead of seeing in the newspaper that they got 4 stars. So you're anyway talking with people every day and recommending them something. So that's what we do in network marketing, just that we get paid. Instead of what every other company is doing. That's mad. That's marketing, advertising, and distribution. And having a product out like this, 60 to 80% of the cost of a product is there. So if you ever have bought something for £100 and thought, whoa, that was really not more than £20 worth, you're right. Because everything else was spent on something that you don't do anything good to the product. So what you are doing here as a customer in ASEA, that is, you are buying directly from the main company where we're having in the US. So everybody in all 35 countries is having the same price. And if you want to get other on board, that you know somebody else, what this product can do something for, you can share it. For a very, very cheap price, you can start your own business here for around £40. And you are not going to have product stockpiling. You're not going to have anything to do with the payment processing, and no shipping and handling. ASEA is going to send it out to your neighbor and your colleague and your sister, and you earn money. Not once, but every time they get their products. And when people get fanatic, like I see here, they remember to order once a month. So that's to do a work once and being paid over and over again. So if you think of earning a little bit extra money, maybe enough for your products, maybe something extra on the side of the product, then build a team together with us. We're doing this twice a week, and you can build all over the world and earning beyond yourself. The bigger your team, the bigger your income potential. That's the power of leveraged income. And you have all the playground. We have already now opened in now not only 33, but 35. Now we open in China, and we open in Indonesia. Together about 1.5 billion people we opened up since this map were made. And we're going to open up in 10 new countries during 25. So you can have residual income from all over the world by having somebody in the US, knowing somebody in Ireland, knowing somebody in Germany that knows somebody in the Philippines, that knows somebody who wants to have a better health in Australia, that again knows somebody in the US. So you can have customers all over the world in a very simple system. Network marketing, giving you residual income, giving you a leverage, and you can build global. When you're having a normal business in London, or in Berlin, or in Copenhagen, it's a limit of where you're going to get customers to your clinic, or to your garage, or to your restaurant. Maybe 30 miles, maybe 50 miles, but it's going to come a limit of how far you can get customers and new customers. Here, it's no limit. We do everything over the internet. We have patents. Nobody else is having what we are having. So therefore, you can work part-time from home. And you can learn how to do it. And doing a little bit every day, respect for your time, but using your time the right way. You can do this part-time, or you can do this full-time, and you can do this big time, but you cannot do it sometime. You're going to find out with yourself if you really want to make business, because you're going to be the boss and you're going to make the decisions. So if you're going to contact somebody, or if you're going to spend a weekend of building up your business for the rest of your life. So, but your business opportunity, no matter what, is only as good as the product that you're going to bring onto the market. So therefore, we are having unique, incredible products. This is our headquarters. We were 10 Danish and a European went over there a few months ago. And once every 6 months, I take leaders there. You're welcome to join us, to come to see the production facilities, how it's possible to meet the founders, seeing the headquarters and everything, so we can build up the belief about this incredible company. We are the global leader in cellular health. We are established already in 2009. That means almost 15 years, and now operating in 35 countries. Yeah, we are selling a lot around the world. Actually, we had more than 500 million paid out for commissions only to us associate. And that's because of these two guys, Verdes and Tyler Norton. Verdes Norton was sitting in the Fortune 50. That means one of the most successful 50 businessmen in US. He's working as a VP for strategy for Kraft Food for many years, sitting there in the top, and retired when he was 57. So after 13 years, he found this incredible company, not because he had to, but he was sitting in different leader boards around the world. And there he also concluded his son in this company and took atom physics and PhD, Gary Samuelson, to find out how they could stabilize these magic molecules outside the body. That means something incredible that we could have that nobody else has. Of course, when this was finished and they had all tests from laboratory that this was the truth, it was going to be sold to somebody. And if it was you and me finding out about these molecules, I think we have done the same, contacting Big Pharma to get somebody to bring this product around the world in the pharmacy. The pharmacy didn't believe in that this was redox signal moleculing, because it's always been said for almost 100 years and 1,200 books that you can never ever make these magic molecules outside the body. But we have the test, the laboratory validation that this is the truth. So they wanted to buy it, Big Pharma, but they want to have these 2 months to test it out if it really was the truth. And in these 2 months, Verdes and Tyler found 40 test persons and put them in the media in the US and said, in 2 months' time, we're going to put them in the media again to tell what happened with their problems in these 2 months only. After 2 months, actually, it was not only 40 test persons in the US. Now it was suddenly 135 test persons in 20 different countries. And that surprised Verdes and Tyler, because they were not asked to do that. They just had plenty of ASEA there and not asked to share it. But they start to share it with a lot of other people with the same problem. So that was how they found out that this is a smart business type without using commercial, just having the word to mouth coming around the world. So, but after the 2 months, the Big Pharma came and were ready to buy it now that they found out it was redox signal moleculing. And they didn't only want to give them the money they offered, Verdes and Tyler, they wanted to give them much more, just to make sure that they could close everything down, that they could take the test persons away, that they could burn all patents, and Verdes or Tyler had to keep quiet about this for the rest of their life. So they had to make a decision, money or people. And they made the right decision, say no to the payout and said yes to people, principle, and purpose. So therefore, we are here today. And that's also how we can share this product around the world with the powerful technology, with education. We educate people every week here in a lot of different languages. And it's actually only about personal experience. You can tell your story. You don't need to be a super salesman. You're only gonna share information about that this is possible. And people can take their own decision, their own conclusion, what they think. But maybe it's interesting. And of course, then it's also naturally to share it with others, with your neighbor, with everybody else. That was how I started 9 years ago, only talking with people I knew, and now having a business all over the world. So this is really a word of mouth referral program, and in a cutting edge technology. It's no competition. We have the new category in health and wellness. And for 2 decades even, this had been declared being impossible ever to make this outside the body. So what we are telling people is that we are having the biggest breakthrough that we are going to see in our lifetime, because we have the world first and only cell signaling supplement. And you're built from cells. So these cells are talking together. The reason why they can do that, that's because they have a signal, and it's called redox signal moleculing. It's backed up by 7 world patents and now more than 100 trade secrets. So no competition, no Chinese copycats. And cell signaling, well, your body is 75 trillion cells, and they are talking together more than 1 million times per second. So it's really a complex communication network. But any breakdown in important cell signaling, and you cannot achieve your full healing potential. That's like, it doesn't matter if you're running a marathon every week and you're only eating vitamins and good stuff every day, because if your cells can't signal, a little else matters. That's like it's fire on the house, house on fire. And of course, the first thing you will do here is to contact the fire department. But if it's no signal on your telephone, it doesn't matter that it's a whole new fire department, fire truck coming there, everything is ready. But if they can't hear the address or can't reach your call, then your house is gonna burn down. The same in your body. This fire truck could mean the same as what you intake, what you drink, what you eat, but also vitamins, minerals, antioxidant, everything what you do good for your body. But if it's no signal, then it doesn't matter. So this is to help the signal in your body so you actually can absorb all the good things that you're doing to your body. So what we are telling people, we are empowering people to feel better than ever before. And often is these magic molecules seen as the vitality to a better life. Also about sports people, it's very good for sports people because they measure already on their pulse. They know when they have run 3 miles or know how many kilos they can take when they're in the gym. So we have a lot of sports people with Brita Larsen and Coley Miller, both Olympic gold winners, using this for more than 10 years. We have Dexter Yates, a very good friend of mine. She's plus 80 now. She turned 80 half a year ago, but she is world champion in Ironman, the long distance for women, plus 70. In the UK, we also have Eddie Hall, world's strongest man. And if you go to YouTube and Google with ASEA and write Eddie Hall, then you're going to see him sitting in a 30 minutes interview telling how he used these products for the last 7 years. So we know what this can do, and everybody measuring on their body, they can measure it directly. So if it's sports people, good. It could also be people challenged with something that they are measuring on every day. So the gel is the topic version, and the drink is from the inside out. But of course, it's easy to see what this gel is doing with the cell signaling on the outside, and it doesn't matter what age. It's also easy to see with wrinkles, with the stretch mark, cellulite, all kind of aging. You can easily see with this gel. Take a picture before you start and take a picture day 28. Therefore, it's called Renew 28. And also during our life, until we are 12 years old, we are having a whole new cells. Everything is replaced in only 28 days until we are 12 years old. Same process take 90 days when we are 60 years old. So therefore you can see some changes in the mirror. But it's also about discomfort relief, because just below, under the skin cells, there is some other cells, and it could be something bringing a problem in your shoulder and your back, maybe having headache. Directly where the problem is, take the gel 3 times in 5 minutes. Make a movement that you make, there. And you can actually put it there directly where it hurts 3 times in 5 minutes, and try to make the same movements only after 10 minutes. So it's really incredible how fast you can see what this is doing. That could be with the skin or something else. Always have it with you, because everybody is complaining about a problem in their body. And here you can really feel it directly, also with the balance and flexibility, but you can also see it in the mirror, what this is doing with cell communication in the skin. So really an incredible product doing a lot of change for people. So redox signal technology, that's something new. The last 40 years, it's everything have been about vitamins, minerals, antioxidant, exotic juice. Nothing bad said about that. That's materials, but you need the labor. So the next 40 years, I guess it's going to be about redox signal moleculing. Why? Yeah, because we are pioneering a category of science. We have high impact, life-changing technology. We can see that. This is validated by a third-party independent science. Heavily patented, no competition. Everybody needs it, and virtually no one knows about it yet. So that gives really a tremendous financial opportunity to have something that nobody else has. Otherwise, when you and me found some unique product that we could make, then everybody needs, it's going to take 15 minutes. And then somebody in China have made a copy of that. But not when it's so technical like this. So it's in a huge industry with health and wellness. It's with sport and also with skincare, because we can see directly what this is doing to our skin. Just to go through our products, we have these cell signaling products, unique, nobody else has it. We have a skincare system backing up about the Renew 28, so you really can see huge difference after only one-time use. Both Miss Universe and Miss World is making commercial for our Renew Advanced Skincare System in Facebook for free. We have some normal food supplies, like basic for your life, so you have the right materials now that you get the labor to work in your body. That's also with superfoods, making sure you're having the right vitamins. We are having the biome to make balance in your gut. It's a prebiotica and probiotica, and often the problems is coming from the gut. So therefore, bring the gut in balance, and you can see a lot of changes around other places in your body. And we have omega fish oil with 3, 5, and 7. Incredible product, also having a lot of antioxidant, and also some lime that makes sure you're not going to burp from fish all the day. And we have these new incredible powder product, came for 1.5 years ago. You mix them into water, 0.3 liter water, and it's powering directly your redox balance. For instance, the yellow, that's energy. And it's not like Red Bull or Monster drink or a lot of coffee. It's made pure only from fruit, berries, and vegetables. And powering your energy in 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and then the next 4, 5, 6 hours. So really an incredible product to take before you go to school, before you go to work, or when you come home from work, just to make sure that you have energy for the rest of the day, or take it before you're going to take a run or a long walk. I mixed them together with the red one. It's called Mind. Mind is the one of these products that surprised me most. Mind had everything with the upper floor to do, everything of the cognitive things. I have seen crazy things happening during a week with kids with too much energy and too many letters with a problem. I've also seen elderly people who can't remember what their neighbor's name is, changing for remembering much better in 1 week. For me, it's doing a lot of things about the short-term memory, and also that I want to come out to run suddenly. I never had that feeling, but something that I want to do this, I want to do that. And that's really important for me with this Mind. I mix the yellow and the red together, giving a fantastic drink with 0.6 liter. Last one there is Mood. It has everything with your mood to do. So that means we can tell about depression, anxiety, and stress. And the reason why that's allowed is that this is made on saffron. And saffron is not only known as the most expensive herb in the world, but also known as the lucky pill of the nature. So really effective product when people is on some disgusting medicals. Mood is so important for sleep. So I've seen people during the first week that they took their medications away to feel better with their sleep. Drink it before 2 hours before bedtime, and all these taste incredible. So the energy, that's really taking care of that you're having a bright day. The Mind replaces brain fog, mental exhaustion, and clarity and focus. And the last one here with the Mood, that's really doing a lot of things of relaxations, calmness, but also indeed with a lot of problems with the sleep. So we're on the right industry. 2022, it was 110 billion industry. And in 2028, it's going to be more than the double. So you are at the right place at the right time. And if you go with us, you're also having the right product, because with no competitors, and people will see that this is life changing.
Wonderful. I think, Henry, that's all we have time for. It has been absolutely amazing. Just use 1 minute or so just to round up in terms of your sterling presentation. Amazing.
Great. So it's not about building a millionaire. It's about being a thousandaire. If you think like that could be a good idea, then let us help us to make you as a thousandaire. And if you already think about some people, you're going to see that this, to build it to a thousandaire, will bring it much far. I don't have a few minutes left, yeah?
Just 1 more minute.
Okay, great. Because you're going to learn in a separate education also how to earn the money, in how our compensation plan is working. So you know exactly. It's not so easy to understand everything, but it's like starting in a new work or in a new school. You're going to learn it. In our company here, we have already now 39 members who have earned more than $1 million. And actually 4 members have earned more than $10 million already in our incredible company. We're having 8 different incomes, and we have separate education. I make education in all these incomes so you can learn about it, and how you can make a team commission, how you can earn from others. And you're not going to press a lot of people to get on this product or doing this business. You're going to be as the flight attendee. You're going to walk through the plane, coffee, tea. Are you thirsty? You're not going to, you never saw her press you to, oh, you're looking very tired. I think it's a good idea. You have a coffee. That's not realistic. So therefore, you're going to be like her, walk through the plane, find out who's interested, and share a video. And share a video, you're going to find out somebody's going to say, no, Jack, he's interested in the product. Jill, maybe later, and maybe interested in the business. Ron, oh, might know somebody interested in the business. You know, it's like sharing, and you're going to find out who's going to be customer, who's going to be associate, who's going to be a part of your company. So I'm going to learn you much more about this, how you can leverage your income by building a business, very simply to be a thousandaire. And if you want to be a thousandaire, we can learn you very quickly before Christmas. And if you have somebody you want to build as a thousandaire already now, I can only say that's the way to make this full-time. So thank you so much.
Excellent. Excellent,
Will.
Henry. This is amazing. Today and for future presentation, we're going to set aside 30 minutes on Saturday. And that 30 minutes is actually designed for those who want to open their own business account on the day. Some of you have sent me private information in terms of when they can start. You can start today. So at today's presentation, we're going to now just take a 2 minutes break, and we'll go into our Chinese cultural medicine with Dr. Lu Hong from London School of Economics, right? He's going to be giving a presentation for about 20 minutes. Then at the end, or around about 12 midday, which is UK time, and work out what your time is, we will have extra 30 minutes of discussions. Because a lot of people, after the presentation, they want to open their own account. So we are here to help you, to support you in terms of the journey. Just imagine what Sam Mendy had presented, the chartered accountant, in terms of opening a business, all the different combination of activities and the difficulties, the challenges. This is what we're taking away from you. Imagine what Henry had just presented now. You have a product in an environment whereby you don't have to do a lot of the thinking, and we put the whole package together. You're running your own business as little as £40, £50, £100, £1 million, as much as you want to. But you don't have to worry about location. You don't have to worry about too much finances, because we are here. We are giving you the education, the experiences. We're sharing it with you. And Henry's being in this particular platform today. It doesn't have to be here, believe me, guys, right? He can be in any country that he wants to be at any point in time with his girlfriend, anywhere he wants to go. So we are educating people to work hard, not 40, 40, 40, 40 years of work, 40 years with income, and you're broke at the end of 40 years before the grave. And when you work for somebody, guess what happens? When you retire and your money, your income also retire. Isn't that crazy? And when you live much longer, 100 years, 120 years, and you happen to pass away, guess what happened? The whole income, including the pension, all vanished. But when you have a business, that business is willable. You can will it to your own derivatives, to your own children, great-grandchildren. These are the benefits, and this is what we want you to start thinking. We're in the business of creating global entrepreneurs, and we're in the business of creating health and wellness opportunity for many people, and you could be part of the process. So, if there are any questions that you'd like to raise and you want to start up your business, at 12:05, we will see who is going to remain, and you can ask as many questions as possible within 25 minutes, up to 12:30. Have a break. See you back in 2 minutes. Grab your coffee, tea, and go to the toilet. I'm sure Henry will have a little more time to stay with us, and he can answer a few of the questions. See you back shortly.
Oh, a nightmare journey. If you book with TUI, you could fly from your local airport. Yeah? Yep. And
Welcome back to the podium. Welcome back to the forum of entrepreneurs. And we will now progress on for another 20 minutes on our Chinese language, culture, and Chinese medicine. What does it involve? What does it take? And I'm sure Patrice or Angela is right here on this particular forum to be able to make Dr. Lu Hon co-host. Dr. Lu Hon is a Chinese language lecturer at the Institute, right? Associated with London School of Economics. Dr. Lu Hon has been doing it for many, many years. And today is going to be sharing with us what it takes to do business in China. Remember, this forum is not just about health. It's also about how we generate money. That's what it's all about. Two things that we need in life, health and income. That's the purpose of this particular platform. And that's why we want to support as many people as possible who want to set up their own business seamlessly. And in future, you're going to have lawyers who will be talking in terms of what are the different. We're going to have travel agent who is going to be talking about the business when you want to book a holiday. So it is a melting pot for businesses and strategists in terms of how you start, when you start, with as little money as possible, but that gives you flexibility. You talk to everybody, and you generate every income conceivable. Isn't that amazing? So without further ado, we're going to now bring on the podium for the next 20 minutes, Dr. Lu Hon. Welcome, our teacher, and we look forward to hearing what you have for us for today.
Thank you very much, Sunny, to provide this opportunity to meet so many talented people and then good resources. For me, I will just try my best to share the personal experience for this educational project. Because as I mentioned many times, we need to have a very healthy body to cope with the challenging world. Even you're becoming a billionaire, you need to have a good body to enjoy everything that you have after the hard work that we're working together. So for today, because it's the limited of time, I just summarize one important thing. Our body needs to keep good yin-yang balance before we are able to continue everything. And the yin-yang balance is not only from the mental side of it. If you don't think positively, or if you're always upset, you will never have the energy to move on. And similarly, if you're always in a very bad mood and the body in the bad side of it, and we can't do anything. So if, to sum up, from the Chinese traditional medicine point of view, for the past 3,000 years history and experience, we say, I'm here to share our experience to become your own doctor by understanding the natural, by understanding the food that we can get easily from the supermarket by understanding your own body for the meridians that you have in power to control. Okay, so hopefully I can share my PPT and I do some exercise with you. Okay, so basically this is in terms of the language side, we are now to the end of the class, which is Unit 20. We have a thank you letter. We have the keywords we are learning, and then everything will be back to normal for our life. And hopefully by knowing all these key things, you are able to make use of it and to cope with the real world. Okay, so have I shared my PowerPoint or not? No?
You can share.
Okay, thank you. So I'm hoping to see the PowerPoint.
Yeah, we can see it.
You can see it now, right?
Yes, we can see your PowerPoint.
Okay, so the key things for today, learning from everyone, all the talented people here, is about the teaching and learning benefits each other. So benefit each other. So we learn through our activities, and we help each other to understand the key things, the most important resources. For example, I was joined earlier by Henry, who mentioned about the products which can generate income and opportunity and protect your body. So for this part, we have the important keyword which is related to the word we have learning. So quickly, if you read after me, for the exhibition, if we want to go to, it's about 展览. 展览 is exhibition. 教育 is an educational project. 教育. So 女儿 is daughter. 儿子 is son. 国际 so it's the international 中心 center. So we learn the word thank you, right? Okay, so learning from this 教学相长 Chinese philosophy, which is we learn, we grow through all these activities, and we benefit from what we have done. This concept encourages us. Our whole life is non-stop learning, learning the new resources, learning the new thing, and learning the skills. And help others while you're helping yourself. Okay. So a mentor and mentee relationship is very important. We also learn something, 三人行必有我师 in the past, which means you can always learn from others. So in terms of the appreciation, thank you letter, you know those important words. So Sunny, if you go home, you say to your dear children and wife, you say 亲爱的 darling, that means 亲爱的. And keywords to come up, since, 以来. So since I joined this program, I have learned so much and have learned that I can have a lot of friends. Okay. And then you also have a 舍不得, reluctant to give up. I reluctant to give up the opportunity to meet you and to share everything with you. Another important word if you talk to is not only but also. 不仅也 understand. So in Chinese, the word for understand is 了解. We work for ourselves and we may have the opportunity to support our children. And then we say 孩子, child, 孩子. You're not only the guest for this platform, but also you're a speaker, you're a connector, you're a supporter. So here, be a guest is a 做客. We do not just think about ourselves, we think about our parents or our family and then any relatives. Here, there's a word for parents, 父母.
Teacher, we can we cannot see your PowerPoint. We cannot see your slide.
Really? I'll say, I'm sorry, because I thought I have shared. Okay, I'll do it again. Thank you for letting me know.
Marin,
Did it.
no problem.
So I stop it and then start to share again. I
Yes.
apologize. And then, how about now?
Yeah, I think it's coming up now.
Okay, I'm sorry I didn't know because on my screen it says it has already been shared.
You might put it on slideshow as well, so that the letter will be bigger for us to see.
How about now?
Very good.
So I have gone through all the keywords, but I think this weekend you are deserved to, if you are not vegetarian, you are deserved to have a roast stock for the weekend, right? Because I think we need energy for this cold winter. Then 烤鸭 is the keyword at the last. 烤鸭. So if you say I like roast stock, how to say that? 我喜欢烤鸭。我喜欢烤鸭. Okay. So today, as we mentioned, we are covering the last two important, actually ordinary meridian, which is about yin 荞麦 and yang 荞麦. And actually one is in front and another one is actually on the back where you can get the sunshine easily. So it is advised you have more vitamin D and have more sunshine if you can manage to be in the sunshine. So these are the key meridian from the yin 荞麦 point of view. The yin 荞麦 is in front. The yin 荞麦 is covered. If you can protect it well, you can avoid the fatigue, 疲劳 in Chinese, and also insomnia, 失眠 in Chinese. So these are two key symptoms for yin 荞麦. And on the back, we have yang 荞麦, the yang 荞meridian. The yang 荞meridian has in total 8 acupoints. We will show you how to do a little bit of a massage with your finger to be your own doctor, and also some extended exercise. Okay. So that is in terms of yang 荞麦, this is related to your eye strain and also headaches, which have been asked to do more exercise in this area. Although we have covered in the past other meridians, but these two, a bit like a conclusion and revision for the yin-yang balance. One is in the front and another one is alongside of the back. So if we are talking about the yang 荞麦 meridian, if everyone put your fingers at this point, if you can see it here, just under your eyes, and turn it around and see whether if you have watched the television, use the computer, use your mobile for too long, whether it works better or not. So I hope that you have done something and know the keys to open your own body and keep the good balance and protect it in order to enjoy the life. So these 2 points, one is a 承气, right in front of your face and under your eyes. And another one is actually 肩盂. Can you see the highest point of your shoulder? So if you turn it around and press, it may be very helpful. Okay, so another one, the main points for yin 荞麦 is actually 睛明. Can you see both sides of your eyes? The red point in the middle, that is called 睛明. So if you put your 2 fingers right here and turn it around and press for 30 times, I hope you're still able to remember the numbers. Numbers is important. Without knowing the numbers, you can't count your money, right? And then another one is actually on your feet, which is called 照海. 照海 is at this point, put another feet or put your leg cross another, and then you put your fingers on it. Press it for, turn it around and press for 30 times. You will see whether there are anything can help you to improve your current uncomfort feeling or something to help others around you. The more you help others, the more you feel better because you then have the positive yang qi from supporting others. So in terms of food, because we are in the winter, and there are lots of black food is good. Blueberry, the fundo, the black bean, black sesame, and black tea, oolong tea. That would be helpful. And of course, because our eyes needs a lot of vitamin E. So what is richest vitamin E in the food, which is spinach, red dates, goji berry, and walnut, oolong tea, beef, lamb, and duck. These are the popular foods you have seen, and these are quite obviously drink that you can put in the water and just drink it. So you will find a natural way to protect your body. You know what the body is needed, not only the exciting medicine you have, the resources today, but also the things that you can get it naturally from the real world. Okay, so these are something we have done it before, or we have keep talking about 千里之行，始于足下. We don't just watch it, listen to it, but we take action and make things happen. Just like doing any other business, you take action right now. Sign your form and register with Dr. Sunny and all the resources he has kindly offered to all of us and support us. So now I'm going to leave you for the last 5-10 minutes, right? For keeping yourself nice and healthy. Okay, so I'm going to share this. Then you stand up and follow me. Let me just share it again. And share. Stop sharing and then start again because the sound system.
Fitness exercise 八段锦
Stand up for 10 minutes.
preparatory form. Stretch left foot with shoulder width. Hold your hand in front of you and make a circle. Breathe naturally. Form 1. Hold up the sky for well-tuned Sanjiu. Interlocking fingers. Flick palm and hold it up. Breathe in. Hands down and breathe out. Hands up and breathe in. Look up. Hands down and breathe out. Relax your body. Breathe in and hands up. Stretch hands. Eye level. Hands down and breathe out. Hands up and breathe in. Eye level, hands down and breathe out. Hands up and breathe in. Look up. Eye level, hands down and breathe out. Breathe in and hands up. Relax your body naturally. Eye level, hands down and breathe out. Hands up and breathe in. Eye level, hands down and breathe out. The last time. Hands up and breathe in. Eye level. Hands down and breathe out. Form 2. Draw the bow to hunt the eagle. Open right foot. Close your hands in front of your chest. Draw a bow with one finger sent in horse stance. Relax. Shift your weight to left side and close right foot. Open foot and close your hands. Draw a bow with horse stance. Relax. Shift your weight to right side. Close left foot. Open foot. Close your hands and breathe in. Draw a bow to right side and breathe out. Relax and breathe in. Close foot and breathe out. Open foot. Close your hands and breathe in. Start horse stance and draw a bow. Breathe out. Relax. Shift your weight and close left foot. The last time. Open foot. Close your hands and breathe in. Draw a bow to right side and breathe out. Relax and breathe in. Close foot and breathe out. Open foot. Close your hands and breathe in. Draw a bow with horse stance. Breathe out. Relax. Shift your weight and close left foot. Form 3. Asymmetric for good direction. Uplift your hands in front of your chest. Right hand up and left hand down. Try your best to stretch. Right hand down and left hand up. Breathe in. Relax and breathe out. Change side and breathe in. Relax and breathe out. Change side and breathe in. Sketch well as you can. Relax. Breathe out. Right hand up and breathe in. Relax and breathe out. Left hand up and breathe in. Relax and breathe out. Last time, right hand up and breathe in. Relax and breathe out. Left hand up and breathe in. Relax and breathe out. Lower hands. Form 4. Look back for cure of the 5 fat G and 7 wheelers. Open arms and look to the right. Close arms and relax. Open arms and look to the left. Close. Open and breathe in. Close and breathe out. Open and breathe in. Close and relax. Open arms and breathe in. Close. Open and breathe in. Close and breathe out. The last time, open arms and breathe in. Close and breathe out. Open and relax. Close arms and breathe out. Lower hand. Form 5. Shake head and tails for good internal balance. Hands on 5 and sit in horse stance. Move your head from right side to left side in a circle. Sit straightly. Move your head from left to right. Sit straightly. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Move from left to right. Sit. Again. Right to left. Sit straightly. Left to right. Sit. The last time, move your body from right to left. Sit straightly. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Up. Form 6. Hands reaching the feet for stronger wrists. Hands up straightly until the arms close to ears. Hands down. Flip your hands and move to your back. Bend over and let the hands touch the toes. Hands up. Breathe in and get up. Hands down and breathe out. Flip your hands and move it to your back. Bend over and touch your toes. Hands up and breathe in. Hands down. Bend over. Touch the toes. Hands up. Again. Hands down. Flip your hands to the back and bend over. Touch your toes. Hands up. Hands down. Bend over. Hands up. The last time. Hands down. Flip the hands to the back. Bend the body and let the hands touch the toes. Hands up and breathe in. Hands down. Form 7. Fist twisting and wide opening eyes amass power. Open the right leg. Sit in horse stance. Sit beside the wrists, punching with the right fist. Open hand and close hand. Then back to the wrists. Another side. Punching the left fist. Open and close the hands and back to the wrists. Breathe out when punching. Breathe in when get back your fists. Breathe out and punch. Breathe in. The last time. Breathe out and punch. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Up. Form 8. Heel clicking, heel 100 elders. Stand on tiptoes and keep balance. Relax and landing. Breathe in when standing on tiptoes. Breathe out when landing. Up and breathe in. Landing and breathe out. Up and breathe in. Landing and breathe out. Breathe in. Keep the balance. Landing and breathe out. Up. Down. Breathe in. Breathe out. Relaxing. Put your hands on your abdomen. Breathe in. Breathe out. Up.
Okay, that is the movement. I hope you feel a little bit relaxed after doing so. So thank you. Thank you, Sunny, and thank you, John. Actually,
it was so good. 谢谢你, 老师. Thank you, our teacher.
Thank you.
This is very good. Okay, just have a question for open for one or two on Dr. Lu Hong's Chinese medicine and also the language itself. This is what we do every single week. You want to do business in China? China is a continent on its own, as you know, and businesses can be done. Dr. Lu Hong is actually negotiating quite a lot of things for us in China right now, and we have some delegation that will be coming. And once they come, we will invite you to those who are in London, and those of you who are not in London, we can connect you remotely, any part of the globe. Isn't that amazing? So this is the opportunity that we're offering to every single one on this particular platform. Like I said, at the end, in the next 5 minutes, this platform will be officially closed at 10 past 12 UK time. So in the next 4-5 minutes, but we will open the platform for another 20 minutes for those who are interested in opening their business account today, and those who may have some additional questions in the process. So any question for the next 1 or 2 minutes, please. Somebody raise. Yes, please.
Hello, this is Mtala. I like this. They are very user-friendly exercises wherever I am in my bed space, in my lounge. And I just want to know whether I can find them in a video form so that I can practice a habit of it. They are very nice and very effective, I've just felt.
Yes, you can. Basically, you can have my PowerPoint and just click the link. And also, if you can learn the basic Chinese core 八段锦, which I put it in the chat room, then you can just search it from the website. And for me, for myself, I have produced my own 八段锦 format in order for you to follow it easily. 八段锦. So if you search this word from the website, then you can get 八段锦. There are thousands of different ways of doing so, slightly different. For example, the version produced by Dr. Mr. Qin, he has got warm-up session and also relax session. So the keyword is 八段锦 here in the chat room. Everyone can copy, search from the website. You choose a way where you feel it's easy for you to follow.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Right, that was a question from Della, one of our entrepreneurs. I have space for one more because we have 2 minutes to the closing time officially.
Right.
Yes, please, John.
I'd like to, well, thank Dr. Of course, Dr. Hong. Wonderful. Always love your your work. But Sam as well, the first accountant I've ever met, except for Sonny, who doesn't speak in some weird language that I don't understand. The clarity, I learned so much in 20 minutes. And my dad was an accountant. Well, but he was Scottish, so it was difficult enough. But it was wonderful. Thank you. I learned so much. I really appreciate it. Clear thinking. Lovely.
Thank you. Wonderful. Excellent. So the platform is now officially closed, 12:10. But like I said, these remaining 20 minutes is only designed for those who want to open an account, who want to pursue anything in business. Or it can be a general question, but it must relate to what we have discussed today, different aspects of it. That's what this particular 20 minutes is designed for. So whether it is the first one that we have developed in terms of freedom from what, how you become part of the entrepreneurship program, how we promote your business with you, for you, and when do you start, how much does it cost you, all of that. The floor is open for you right now. As you can see, there's so many things you'll enjoy by being part of the entrepreneur platform, and how we use it to promote, how we use it to develop your business. From January 2025, I'm sure you know some people who really want to set up their own business. I'm sure you can use it, you can give this one as a festive present. Don't give them something that is going to be perishable. Don't give them pants, sauce, a mug, none of that. Give them a business idea. Invite them to come to the platform where they can really learn something for real, where they can work and talk to everybody. And I also notice as well that majority of you are not really talking about your businesses, whether you're shy or whatever the case may be. But what we are very happy about right now is that some of you are taking the initiative, and majority of you, your own mentor, your own manager will be contacting you in terms of how we can help you to promote your business. So if you want to request for a business service, you just simply send us information on the inquiry form that we've already set up. Then you can use that particular platform to do exactly just that. So the floor is open right now. Those who want to ask questions and those who want to open their own account, how you go about it. Game on. Stay tuned. Okay, the music will be on the background as we played earlier, and Patrice will open that floor. Have the question that you want to raise, just simply raise up your hand. Then the music will be paused. Then you will have the opportunity of asking those questions.
Commander.
Yes, Ndela, is that you? Want to ask question?
No, you have already answered that my mentor will be in touch because I am running the marathon. I'm preparing myself to run with Henrik after testing this redoxin cellular signaling.
Very good. And we're also preparing something like a business plan for everybody. And this is what we'll be sharing with you individually in terms of how much capital you actually need, and how you maintain those capital. What is the capital for, right? So the business plan from next week will be unleashing the business plan for you. And after the normal presentation, we will discuss those business plans for those who are really interested, because this is a real serious stuff. Really, really serious business. Yeah, the platform is not just meant for people who just want to come and listen passively. It is meant for people who think and really turn nothing into something in the process. So be ready for a lot of activity from next week, Saturday, right? Where we will orchestrate, we will initiate a coherent business plan for you and for your business. Isn't that amazing? Yeah, right. That's great, Ndela. Yeah, you will hit the ground running. You're already hitting the ground running anyway. So this is an amazing stuff. We just need to expand it. And you as an example, you be consistent. And that's what business is all about. I always ask people, how many of you will work for an employer and you only go to work 1 day a month? What do you think you're going to expect? Or you have your own shop, you only open it for an hour for a whole week. How much profit do you think you're going to make? You see the point? If you have a business, you talk about it, whether you meet somebody on the park or on the train, you give your business card out. So from next week, we will initiate all these particular possibilities. From this week, we'll be presenting you, sending you some video clips that you can send out to all your contacts. You can use to invite people from Facebook. If you don't have one, we'll help you to set up one. Right? So you're going to be enjoying a lot of benefit as one of our partners, particularly those of you who are at the executive level. This is the right time now that we need to start really beating it. Like I said to you, your festive gift this time is to turn people to be entrepreneurs, to look after their own health and look after their own wealth. Okay, if you're shy enough, then you can just post it onto the platform. Remember, you got 30 minutes left, so you haven't got a lot of time. You can talk anything you want to talk about, but it has to relate to your business and your business setup.